Welcome back to Wheelcraft Studio. Today we step away from high-performance machines and sleek metal curves to cover something that captivated public attention not on the roads but through headlines around the globe. This is the unusual and complex case of a woman who staged her own abduction, a situation that shocked both the public and authorities alike. In a world where real victims often go unnoticed and cries for help sometimes fall on deaf ears, this case flips the narrative and raises questions about truth, trust, and personal motives. The case involves a woman whose reported disappearance sparked widespread panic, massive search efforts, and intense media coverage. What initially appeared to be a tragic case of kidnapping eventually unraveled into a carefully orchestrated plan made by the woman herself. From the beginning, the signs were subtle. There were inconsistent witness accounts, minor contradictions in the timeline, and physical evidence that didn't quite add up. Investigators spent countless hours reconstructing her last known movements, analyzing surveillance footage, and tracking digital footprints. Eventually, pressure mounted and the story collapsed under the weight of its own fabrication. Authorities discovered that the woman had left on her own accord and had crafted her disappearance down to the smallest detail. She left behind planted clues, scripted scenarios, and misleading evidence. It became clear that this was not an impulsive escape but a premeditated scheme designed with precision. The motive behind such an act remains partly unclear, with theories ranging from mental health struggles to a desperate need for attention or escape from personal pressures. What makes this case so compelling is the blend of modern technology and traditional investigation methods that brought the truth to light. From tracking her phone's GPS data to analyzing social media activity and dissecting recorded phone calls, authorities had to dig deep into both digital and physical landscapes to find answers. This reflects how modern investigations have evolved, relying not only on human instinct but also on data analytics and advanced forensic tools. The social impact of this case was profound. Public reaction shifted from concern and sympathy to frustration and betrayal. Real abduction cases suffered due to such hoaxes. Resources were wasted, emergency services stretched thin, and the trust between the public and victims became more fragile. Such incidents feed into a larger conversation about false reports and their ripple effects across communities. The woman, once thought to be a victim, is now facing legal consequences. Charges include filing a false report, obstruction of justice, and misuse of public resources. The court proceedings will determine how severely she will be punished, but the real damage might be the irreversible loss of credibility. Her actions will now be studied in law schools, psychology programs, and criminal justice debates as a case study in manipulation and consequence. This story is not just about one individual's life, but also about how societies react to crises and how quickly narratives can be spun and dismantled. It's about the fragile line between reality and fabrication, and how difficult it can be to determine truth in the age of media overload. As always, Wheelcraft Studio brings you stories that move. Sometimes they come with horsepower and torque, and sometimes they come with human complexity and drama. Stay tuned for more such stories and in-depth looks at the unexpected corners of the world around us. Subscribe to our channel and join the community that never stops exploring.